10,
Simple.
9, 8,
Simple, simple,
7,
simple,
6,
simple series. Who took
5,
the simple series?
4,
It's a simple series.
3,
What series?
2,
Simple series. You
1.
know about a simple series? It's Simple 2000.
So as you've probably figured, from all of the Simple 1500 series, all of the Simple 2000 series games that I played thus far, that there's not many RPGs out there in the series. Not surprising considering they are marketed as budget games. Budget games, generally speaking, are shorter games, and you can't really have a short RPG, can you? But the Simple series did still have some RPGs. Now, obviously, I've had a look at the Dungeon RPG, which I did say that seems kind of cool, but unfortunately I couldn't get it to work. So it just looks like a standard, kind of basic dungeon RPG kind of game. You know, similar to like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Chocobo's Dungeon, just to give you an example of some other games like it. Just a roguelike dungeon RPG. Then you had the Tozen RPG, which was like really strange how you're in the mountains trying to get, I think, maybe treasure from caves, and you had to dodge monsters, and when you came across monsters, it went into this turn-based combat that you really had no control over. Very strange indeed. Now, the game I'm going to be talking about today is the only RPG that I know of for the Simple 2000 series released in English as Eternal Quest. And it's very, very similar to the Dungeon RPG, as I'll be getting into very, very shortly. But yeah, let's just dive right in to Eternal Quest, shall we? So, let us begin. So, we have Eternal Quest here, also known as the Dungeon RPG in Japan. Yes, this one was actually released as Volume 20 of the Simple 2000 series, the Dungeon RPG. But let me just get on with the name. The name's Eternal Quest, and I can tell you right now, this game's probably about an hour, if that, right? I didn't complete it, but I've seen people online, and it takes about an hour. So there's some kind of story here. No one really cares. I'm not going to lie. It's, you know, if you're interested in the story, fair enough. But it's kind of just a standard, there's demons in this cave. Go kill the demons, Master Ninja. Something like that, anyway. So, and this is the game. As you can see, it's extremely similar to the original Dungeon RPG. You are some kind of ninja, and you're tasked to go around in these caves and try and, expel the caves of monsters, or maybe there's some other reason. It didn't really explicitly say, if I remember correctly in the story. You just go in there to try and get some kind of probably weapon or do something, who knows. But there's one thing I want to get off my chest immediately with this game. It ain't no walk in the park. It's incredibly difficult, right? The monsters hit very, very hard. You do not have much health. There is a chance that you could block a monster's attack, but that chance is very low. When you walk over an item, you pick it up. But, again, quite often, you get spawned in a really bad predicament, and the room's just full of monsters. Now, you may be wondering, why exactly I'm not attacking these monsters? Why am I running for the little plate there? Why am I doing that? To try and run away? Because your attacks do nothing. If I stand there and I attack the monsters, I can get normally 2 hits in before they kill me. This is one of the rare occasions where I was able to actually get a get a decent distance, which I only got to floor 4 before I died. Most of the other times was I died by either on the first or the second floor, because these monsters hit you and they hit you hard. They do not care about you. They want you dead. And like I said, there's no point attacking them. Until you get some kind of much stronger weapon, there's no point. But then again, quite often, you can get dropped into a room, your first starting floor, you could get dropped into it, and it just be absolutely full of enemies. Like here, dropped into the room, oh look, there's no enemies, perfect, I can actually make some progress. But on other times, they could drop you into a room, and it'd be full of enemies. So you're like, oh shit, I need to fucking get out of here quickly. But then you can't get out of there quickly, because then some other monsters come, and just absolutely just bone you from both directions. And you're like, for God's sake, what am I supposed to do here? You would think that the monsters appearing on like the first floor wouldn't be that strong, but they are. it's ridiculous. Like, look, like I said, they bone you. Look, here we go. I'm absolutely screwed here. There's nothing I can do besides attack the monsters. Look how long it takes for them to kill me. I attack them, and boom, I'm dead. 4 hits, and I'm dead. 4 hits, and I'm dead. You see this guy here? See this guy? Boom, 1 attack. I haven't been hit yet, by the way. Wait, I haven't been hit yet, but boom. 2 attacks, and I'm dead. I'm not even joking. It's absolutely ridiculous. What am I supposed to do here? I can't make any progress in this game because you can't learn how to play the game. To make progress, right, I gotta learn how to play the game. And you can't learn how to play the game when the game is just throwing everything at you in the hopes that maybe you won't get any further. So then you would be forced to play the game longer to then warrant going, oh yeah, well, it took me 40 hours to beat the game. The game was only an hour long, though, if you know, now I don't know what I'm doing. The game's an hour long, but it took me 40 hours to learn how to play the game. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, but still. Like, I like the concept of this game, right? I like the whole dungeon RPG aesthetic. I used to love the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games back in the day. Loved them. Great, right? But what I don't like is when these games are just overly difficult for no reason whatsoever. I understand. Let's be honest. The real reason this game's difficult is because it's a short game. It's a short game, right? So they have to try and make it seem longer, and the way they do this is by making the enemies really, really strong. But then you have, like I said, oh, here we go, I'm bound again. Pinned from both sides. I can't do anything. Just stuck here, doing the shuffle. Damn it all. What am I supposed to do here? It's ridiculous. Like, I could focus on attacking one enemy, but look there, it's 2 hits, boom, dead. And you saw me heal. Those little spheres you can find, which, by the way, you can only pick up and find. You don't get them at the beginning, right? Heal your health and slightly boost your overall health, right? Look at that. I used a large one, an L. That means large, to boost my health. It may not heal me completely, but again, still 2 hits and I'm dead. So what's the point? You just can't make any progress, and I can't stress enough that you just can't make any progress in this game. It's so irritating. I just want to progress. I want to get further. I want to, do something, but I can't. There we go. I've gone to floor 3, and I've stopped. I'm thinking. I've just dropped down to a new floor, and I'm surrounded by 2 enemies. Damn it all! All right, and I'm poisoned as well. By the way, if you're wondering that smoke is, I'm poisoned. So I'm gonna die eventually anyway. Oh, look, a dead end room. Brilliant. 10 out of 10. I can't go anywhere, and I'm just gonna die. So let me sum up this game, right? In the 2 cents of this game, right? It has potential, but it fails miserably because it just tries to I can't think of a word that would fit it. Over difficulty this game, but that's not obviously a word or a phrase, is it? But they just try to ramp the difficulty up to a point where it makes progress extremely difficult, just to inflate the length of the game, if that makes sense. It's stupid. It's just stupid. But anyway, that was Eternal Quest and my lovely experience with it. My recommendation for anyone is to not play this game. You're not going to like it. Even if you like a game or like these types of games and you like a good challenge, I think it's going to propose too much of a challenge. For me personally, it is too much of a challenge. I lose my patience with these types of games, and then I've had enough, and I want to move on. But yet, I can play something like Dark Souls without any issue. You know what I mean? Because it lets me learn the game. Anyway, I've been Bio. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've had a brief look at the old Eternal Quest and what it's like. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta.